I'm Penny.
And I'm Elle, and you're listening to the Enneagram and Popcorn Podcast. You're listening to episode 2, Young and Hungry, which you can watch on Netflix.
You're listening to Enneagram and Popcorn. 9 types, 2 pals, bring snacks. Join Penny and Elle as they talk all things Enneagram and entertainment. And of course, what would binge watching be without snacks? And now your host, Penny and Elle.
It should be noted that we are by no means Enneagram experts. We're not here to type you, but we do love talking about it. If you're looking to find your Enneagram type, we recommend working with a licensed professional and reading some of the great books in our resources section in the show notes.
Also, our opinions about these amazing characters are our own, and we want to hear your opinions too. Feel free to join the conversation by shooting us a line at pennyandelle@gmail.com.
On today's Galentine's edition, we're talking about Young and Hungry. That is 5 seasons that are streaming on Netflix, unfortunately. They left us on a cliffhanger at the end of season 5, and the network, Freeform,
Formerly known as ABC Family,
decided to cancel the show.
And, if you haven't seen it, it's a freaking cliffhanger.
Rude!
It is not just I wonder what happened.
No.
It's you need to know what happened.
You really need to know what happened. So, the show's concept is Gabby.
Yes.
Is a young, up-and-coming gourmet chef, but she's also broke.
Right. They live in San Francisco.
With her best friend,
Sophia.
Or a little so-so. So Gabby gets hired to be the personal chef of a big tech hotshot, and they end up making some unprofessional decisions her first night working there.
Night 1. Just jumping on in there.
Well, she was just really excited. But Gabby is always getting in all kinds of trouble thanks to her coworkers.
Yes. Yolanda and Elliot.
And luckily she has her boss and on and off again boyfriend, Josh, and her BFF to help her out, get her out of trouble.
All the time.
Or sometimes they get her in it.
Right. But they like to switch roles a lot.
Yeah. It's really fun. I love this show.
It's so funny.
It's freaking hilarious.
And before I rewatched it, Penny was like, it's so inappropriate. And I was like, oh yeah, haha. And I was watching it and I was like, oh my gosh.
Totes inappropros. So last week on the show, we talked Grace and Frankie.
Yes.
Some more of our favorite BFF ladies. And we really wanted to keep the conversation going on our social medias, and we posted something asking for everyone's opinions about Frankie's Enneagram type. And I was really thrilled when this lady named Chelsea reminded us that, you're not really supposed to type your friends in real life.
Right.
So that is why we like to stick to our fictional characters in our shows. You'll never see us doing shows like The Crown. I love The Crown, but I'm not interested in
or like The
Queen
Bachelor.
Elizabeth. Yeah.
Or any reality TV.
Any reality TV we're going to stay away from because it's really, while it's fun to think about what types your friends can be, the best way that the Enneagram can be used as a tool of growth is that you figure out your own number and have compassion on other people's numbers. So thank you so much, dear Chelsea, for reminding us this, and also for supporting our suspicion that Frankie is maybe a 7 wing 6.
Yes.
So shout out. Thank you for that.
Before we get into this week's characters, I wanted to quickly point out Penny's mistake from last week. She has a retraction. She'd like to apologize.
I have 2, in fact.
Oh, 2, yes.
So first up, which is really embarrassing because we just talked about how much we loved him and gushed over him, that is Sam Waterston, who I called Sam Watterson over and over and over again. So sorry about that, but apologies. And the second thing is I misspoke about the Enneagram, which is, we do like to remind you guys we're not experts, but I had said that 9, 6, and 1 were a triangle, and that is a
weird, wonky triangle.
That is a weird, it's still a triangle.
It's just a triangle.
But in fact, the inner triangle of the Enneagram is 936, not 916. So sorry about that. And now
this week's characters.
Yay! Who's first?
Do we want to start with Josh?
I love him.
Let's do it.
Do you love him more?
I love him. He's just indecisive.
'Cause I want it all or nothing.
It's funny that I just said that, though, because I typed him as a 3-wing too.
Like someone else that we know?
Oh, yes.
I saw some similarities.
Interesting.
Like maybe 1 or 2 or 4
also
or 7
funny.
similarities.
So my husband is a 3-wing too, which is funny. That I didn't even make that.
A very interesting industry.
Yes. He is also a software developer. So that is, I did not even just make that connection.
I love that Josh is always making apps. He's like, hold on, I'm going to make an app for that.
Like the episode where he gets Steve Jobs' shirt.
I love that one.
Where he's like, I'm never taking this thing off. Oh my gosh, that's a funny episode.
That's good. And they dig in the trash.
Yes, and Yolanda's upstairs pouring garbage down into
it. But we will get to Yolanda in a little bit.
Yes, oh my gosh.
So, Josh.
So I picked 3-wing too.
I have that on here too.
I only had 1 though.
Oh, I also put that he could be an 8-wing 9.
He's not like assertive though.
But he is, you're right. Because I put that he was likely in the heart triad.
Yes.
He's very feelingsy. And I don't know. It feels like it's got to be 3-wing too, right?
I could see where you get 8 from like self-confidence and willful.
Yeah.
But excelling, driven, image conscious. Like
confident, successful.
Yes.
Competitive.
Yes.
When he is set up against, what is that kid's name with the glass? It's Jesse, not Jesse.
Jesse McCartney. His name's Cooper.
Him and Cooper competition over
headbutting,
Gabby
yes,
is so funny. And I'm really glad that they bring Cooper back a little later.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny.
I'm glad he's gone though.
I'm glad. Me too. But I think that was when I wrote down the 8 because he's not afraid to like.
Yes, but I saw that as the wing 2 as possessive.
Oh, like the unhealthy side of it?
Kind of like Gabby is mine.
Oh.
I'm being possessive,
yes.
So I'm like grizzly bear. You know what I mean?
I do. I put that he cares for others in tangible, intentional ways. Like the car. So Gabby has been driving the same car for like a million since she got her driver's license because her mom gave it to her.
Oh yeah.
And and so Josh just straight up gets her a new car and has hers, it doesn't get crunched at that moment, but for all intents and purposes it is.
Yeah.
But he just goes overboard. He sends Gabby and Sophia
on the trip for the mom. Oh yes,
yeah,
for
the birthday.
The Smithsonian, yes. Also one episode when he goes to charity dinners and gets gift bags, and then Yolanda, Elliot, and Gabby go through the bag, and he's like, I just give these bags to you guys, and you can't tear them apart until I leave the room. Oh my gosh, that episode is so funny. The just cycling. If you haven't watched the show, this doesn't make any sense. But
yes, and you would like that because you're really into cycling too.
Yes,
that's like your thing.
It's so funny though because her teaching that class, Sophia teaching the class, like out of anger, you're like, yeah, like I can do this.
We'll type her more later. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I absolutely wholeheartedly agree.
So kind of like collectively agree on 3-wing too.
Yeah, he's pretty like I definitely triads wise say he probably goes in the heart triad. Yeah. He's always like, I'm in love with her, right. Or has feelings about things.
Yeah.
And so on the last show, kind of my nerdy stepping stool was stances.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about triads a little bit.
Okay.
As I said, heart triad for Josh. The heart triad is 2, 3, and 4.
Gabby?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you
Gabby Diamond.
You can go first.
Definitely in the heart triad.
Yes.
Everything is touchy-feely. She also is always wearing hearts. Like in every episode, Gabby has, I'm not sure if it's every episode, that might be an exaggeration.
But like
when you're binge watching something, you know, it all is like one big long episode. But she pretty much is always wearing hearts. I also realized that when I was pinning on our fashion board. But
which we'll put the link to in the show notes.
I like it. But she's really passionate. She's got a giant personality. And she's constantly scheming. I think, like, if I had to come up with one quote of Gabby's from the whole show, it's, I've got a plan!
Yes.
I've got a plan! Yes. Yeah.
So what did you do?
Oh, I have a plan. She always says, like, I'm going to prove it and you're going to help me. And she is constantly like, what if I don't get in? What if Josh doesn't love me? What if I mess up the recipe? So I have her as a 6-wing 7.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the heart triad. Interesting.
I have her as a 2-wing 3.
Oh, I have that on here too.
Because she's caring, helpful, relationship oriented. Like all of her friends are super important to her. She's always... Literally everything she gets herself into is because of somebody she cares about.
Oh, that's right. She's meddlesome.
Right. But I would say the wing 3 because she's smart enough to meddle. Or not smart enough, but like she has that drive to meddle.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll totally agree with you. Yeah, for sure too. But can we just talk about her a little more? Because I love so much. So I was thinking the 6-wing 7 because she'll pick up and go at any moment, which also makes sense for the 3 because anytime she's going, it's because of something that she wants.
Right.
Like she gets the internship in
Switzerland.
And she's just like, bye.
Yeah.
I don't.
Literally that night.
Yeah. And she's constantly going on like, oh, I'm going to China now, or
I totally see that.
Yeah.
And she's loyal to a T to all of her friends. Like Elliot doesn't even like her that much, and she'll like go to bat for him. So
I was really seeing the 6. So we talked about the heart triad, feelings oriented, all the feels.
Yeah.
I am in the feelings triad.
I am not.
That's good. That leads me to the next triad is the thinking triad.
Yes.
Which is 5, 6, and 7. Yes. So sometimes feelings also looks like thinking.
Yes. And I could see like all of her emotion, like all of the heart stuff that I am thinking of when I'm saying 2-wing 3 could be coming from she's very young still and like I feel this way now because you said so. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I could totally see the 6-wing 7 because she is loyal and
she's very trusting of others. But she's also not afraid to be confrontational.
Interesting. I think we should have people vote.
Further discussion?
Yeah, either 2-wing 3 or
6-wing
7. Snack break? This week, snack was so much fun to make, and it was delicious.
Oh my god.
And Penny said that going forward, our snack needs to be assigned every other week to where it's going to go live after we make it, because she gone. The snack.
Not Penny.
Not Penny. The snack.
The snack is gone in my little penguin tummy, which is less little because it's full of pop. They don't call me Popcorn Penny for nothing.
No, they don't.
Tell me more.
So this week's snack was white chocolate covered popcorn with salted cashews, slivered almonds, peanut M&Ms, peanut butter M&Ms, regular M&Ms, and like
chocolate chips
and
white dark chocolate chips and white chocolate chips.
So good. It was so good. You guys have to make this.
And they were pink.
Right.
Valentine's.
And this is such an easy snack to make for different seasons, literally based on the color of M&Ms.
You can get M&Ms and stuff.
You want St. Patrick's Day popcorn? Green. Add green. You want Christmas popcorn? Add green and red.
I will say you have to coat the popcorn in the chocolate 2 hours before you can make the mix. So this is not oh crap, everyone's coming over in 20 minutes and I have to have a snack. You can then just not coat the popcorn.
That's true.
But gotta coat the popcorn
to get the full effect.
Or else it'll get all sticky. It'll be more like a popcorn ball. Where can we find the snack, Chris?
You can find the snack link in our show notes, and it'll take you right to our website.
Who is next?
Sophia?
Yes. Sophia. Lil So.
What did you put?
So because I'm 4, I really wanted to be able to be like, Sophia Gabriela, blah, 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 but I didn't write it down and now I can't remember. She is the gut triad.
Yes.
These are like people who feel things, also known as the anger triad. But people in the gut triad, they're like angry. They can usually say, I feel this in my stomach.
Yeah.
Or I feel it in my chest.
Which is so interesting because when people like you feel things, it hurts your heart. And when I feel things, I can't stop thinking about how sad it is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. You're going to talk more about the triad.
Oh yeah,
right?
I am. I'll do that on the blog.
On a blog.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a little nerd pedestal on our blog where I'm going to post nerdy things about the Enneagram. So you can hop on over to that.
If you were unsure about stances last week, you can read more about that. We'll put the link in the show notes as well. We rocked it.
Yes. Thank you. Oh yeah, but so the feeling in your body is why I thought I was a 9, because I was like, I feel this in my body, but really I don't feel it.
She's a 4.
Okay. But you know who is not a 4? Lil So.
Yeah.
What you got?
I put 7-wing 8.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
You have put that?
I have put that down.
Tell me more.
Self-confident, willful, confrontational, but then also spontaneous, versatile, scattered.
Okay.
The last 3 were for the maybe she's a 8-wing 7. Is that what you have?
I have 2. I have 8-wing 7 or 1-wing 2 because she is on a plane with Gabby, and maybe when they're going to that exhibit thing to see the Julia Childs exhibit, I can't remember where they're going, but they're on a plane. And Gabby says to her, like, it's like if you were going to meet the guy who invented the filing cabinet. Then Sophia says his name, which I don't remember what it was. I wish, which is such a 1 thing. So I was kind of feeling that she's very organized in her professional life.
Which, not really. Like, kind of. Like, when you're comparing her to Gabby, yes.
That's true. You're right.
Like her list for her new job when she's like, you're going to go work for this new chef. Step 1, keep your pants on. Step 2, don't have sex with your boss. List-oriented.
So funny. List-oriented. But yeah, I have that she's an 8-wing-7. She is an independent woman. She is the responsible roommate.
The pride party. Oh my gosh. When literally Gabby and Sophia are like in a fight with this other 2 friends that are literally them, like, but extremes of them. And Gabby goes with this other girl and has a party, and then Sophia has to come and like literally at the drop of a whistle kicks the whole party out.
She does the thing. I am Sophia.
And get out.
You're done.
Oh, you're done. Yes.
And that is such an 8.
Yes.
Commanding presence. She is confrontational. She cares very deeply for her friends.
Yes.
She is protective. So we talked about the spin class.
Yes.
I want to talk more about it because what had happened was they're going to spin class because of the vouchers that they got. Out of the thing that they got, the
grab bag.
Yeah, the grab bag.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I gotta put my spin on.
Uh-huh.
And so they're going to this class at Soul Spin, but the instructor calls in sick, and so they come on over the intercom and they say, this class is canceled. And she says, no, it is not!
This class is not canceled.
And that's how it all starts. She hops up on top of the bike.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
She takes total charge of that. And then after that, she says, it feels so good to be in control.
Oh my, yes. I forgot she said that.
So that is why I have she's an 8-wing-7.
I agree with you. I totally flipped my thing from 7-wing-8 to 8-wing-7. 100%.
Yeah. Also, 7s are thinking.
Yolanda?
I love her. I have that she's motherly, enjoys having a great time and taking care of her friends, and I have no number written down.
I have 9-wing-8.
Oh, because
she's
really good.
She's totally like easygoing, reassuring, agreeable, complacent. Like she just wants to help. She's
such a good listener.
Yeah.
She's always asking the kids, you know, what's going on?
Right.
Or tell me about the boy.
Right.
Or
help me with my problems.
Yeah.
But then she's like also not afraid to like, she's self-confident. She's willful and all those 8 qualities that Sophia has.
She is a healthy 9, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very confident in who she is. Aw. Good job.
Thanks. I did that all by myself.
I had nothing.
I'm growing.
You know I was going to say 6.
She's a 6 because I don't know.
I don't know if she's a 6. No, I see that like, you know, the gut or anger triad, but 9s actually kind of swap the anger thing. They just push it all down.
Right. The peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like, she is there for everybody.
She is. Well, they need someone like that with Elliot in the room.
Oh my gosh. Are we talking about him next?
Can we please?
Yes,
okay.
Let's do it.
Also, he has a flair for the dramatic. He's brutally honest. He loves to have fun, but he is very cautious when it comes to risk.
What do you have?
I think he's a 6, but I think he's the counter type of a 6.
Okay, let me tell you what I think.
Tell me what you think. I'm going to consult Beatrice.
I think he's a 3-wing 4.
Oh, I could see that.
So the reason I put 3 is because he's image conscious.
Yes, that's true.
Adaptive when he wants something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the reason I put 4 was because he's dramatic, self-absorbed, and temperamental.
Are you trying to say something about me?
No.
I'm feeling a little self-conscious.
He's just like a little fiery.
He is a little fiery.
Which I love him.
And they had the audience appreciation show on Netflix. Everyone should watch it. It's so sweet.
Wait, what?
The fans get to like sit in the audience and ask them questions, like the actors' questions. And Rex, what is his name?
Elliot's real name?
The actor's name is Rex something.
She'll
I wrote it down because I didn't want to say anything wrong this time. Anyway, the actor who plays Elliot is literally the sweetest man. Like, so tender and sweet. And he kind of goes off on this rabbit hole because he loves Kim so much, which is the actress who plays Yolanda.
Yeah.
And he says, every time I have to shout like a big girl insult at Kim, I just think, big girl, big heart. And I'm like,
he's, like, for how sassy he is in the show, he still cares about his circle.
Oh, yeah. He's protective of them.
Yeah.
Like, nobody can mess with them except him.
Right. Like, nobody's gonna insult Gabby but him. Like when she comes back from Switzerland and she opens the door and he's like, she's alive, and like runs to jump off the balcony.
So I think initially, that became like a joke thing.
Yeah.
But initially he hated her because he cares so much about Josh.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Literally every time Josh is like naked, he's like, I've been dreaming about this my whole life. He's like, but Alan, he's like, no, it's fine. You're my free pass.
You're my free pass. Oh my gosh. Also, this has no relevance to the Enneagram, but the show is the Enneagram and the show and Popcorn. The bathtub episode.
Oh my god, they're just like we're sitting in the bathtub together. Yolanda and yes.
Those two end up in like so many situations that should be romantic but aren't, and
like
it's so fun.
When he asks her to watch him sleep so he doesn't do anything embarrassing in front of Alan, and then Alan has this like a sleep apnea machine thing. He's like, yay.
Oh my gosh. Instead of actively feeling fearful, these sixes have an inner belief that when you're afraid, the best defense is a good offense. So sometimes they look like eights. That came out of not the sometimes they look like eights. That's all Penny. But the rest of that is straight out of the complete Enneagram, 27 Paths to Greater Self-Knowledge by our Queen Beatrice.
I was going to say, are you showing them because they can't see it? You showing me? Okay.
Anyway, but I like your typing of him way better.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, we have one more, I think, or two.
Maybe
more.
two
that we want to kind of touch on.
Yeah. So
I feel like Alan's is going to be short.
Yeah. So Alan is Elliot's husband eventually. Yes. Can we just talk about the karaoke bar?
Oh,
so funny. Me sing. I would never. Okay.
I put 9-wing-1.
I could see him being a
like
9-wing-1.
Totally the peacemaker.
Yes.
But then like he opened a karaoke bar, so he's like driven.
We go.
Right?
But ones go to 7 sometimes. So like, woohoo, I'm gonna open a karaoke bar. Yeah. And also I'm driven. So that could be a thing.
Yeah.
I think he is I could see him being a 1 because when the karaoke bar doesn't work out and he just randomly decides he's going to be an interior designer, that seems like a very 4 thing because 4s are always trying on new identities if they feel uncomfortable in the ones that they have.
Right.
Which feels kind of 4-ish to me.
Yeah.
So I would probably type him as like a 1-wing 2. But it would make sense that Elliot would marry someone who's the same type as his best friend, Yolanda. And we said she was a 9. Like,
that's true.
I'm down for that. I was thinking about when Josh is wanting advice and he gets it from, what's his name?
Alan.
Thank you. Yes.
You're welcome.
Thanks for that.
Yep.
It's so sweet. It's like the sweetest, funny
when
thing.
When is this?
It's the same episode as him being the interior designer because he's going to decorate Josh's office, but actually he does a really terrible idea. So he doesn't do that. So yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, he seems pretty go with the flow.
I feel like he would have to be married to Elliot.
Yeah. Also Caroline.
Who
we only have in the first season.
But that's enough.
No more.
No more. She gone.
So I think you said you thought she was a
8 for sure.
1,000%. Sure. She is bossy pants. Yeah, I could see that.
I can't even think of another.
Maybe a 3,
but wing 2, no, and
wing 4 maybe.
Maybe, but I have a hard time with that. So last week we talked about our book club that is starting in March that we are super excited about. The first book that we are reading is The Road Back to You by Ian Morgan Crone and Suzanne Stabile, and it's good. It's a good one. Yeah. It's like a good starter, here's the rundown of what you need to know. Mm-hmm. But that starts in March, like I said, and we'll put the link in our show notes so you can go sign up and join the book club, and you can get your book in time for it to start.
Yay! Yeah, so you'll just sign up, and then you get the link with the Facebook group, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Our next engaging question for Leap Year, which is our first movie that we're going to be doing, is where in the world is your top travel destination? And does that say anything about your number?
So people should send us where they want to go and their number.
Where they want to go, and if you feel like that lines up with your number.
I like that.
Or ask us if we think it does.
Cool. And we'll give you a shout out in our next show.
Yeah.
Cool. So you just email that to pennyandl@gmail.com.
And on that note, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.